Today I woke up and I asked myself, can I finish it all and finally be able to breathe again? Because I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm suffocating or I'm paralyzed when I look at my to-do lists filled with maybe 300 things I have to do. So I'll take you with me step by step to finish all my to-do lists today. Do you struggle to finish your to-do list? And do you still have things from last year in your to-do list that you have to finish? We're 6 months into 2024 and I look at my to-do lists and all I see are things I couldn't finish in 6 months. On top of that, things keep adding up every single day. So I'll take you with me step by step to finish all my to-do lists today. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Sada. I'm a writer and director based in Los Angeles. I also run blogs, write books, and direct audio drama shows. My to-do lists are usually swamped up with way too many things that I can never get done. I have to write like 6 books at this point, 50 audio drama shows. It's overwhelming to look at my ideas and want to do all of them. Yet I have to remember that I'm only human. I'm only one person. I'm not a robot, right? I wish. Because then I would get done with shit faster and I don't have to sleep, eat, or take breaks. Let's be honest here, right? I need rest and I need to also do other things that I enjoy in my life. I have to take care of my health and things like that. But today, I'm done looking at my to-do list getting bigger and bigger. I am done and I'm ready to tackle them all. Now, of course, I cannot sit down and write all my 6 books and 50 audio drama shows. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm gonna do today is get done with small tasks that make my to-do list very crowded and make me anxious. And then with a fresh mind, I will make a plan to focus on the longer to-do list items later. In the process, I'm hoping to inspire you and also prove to you that it is possible. You can do it as well. Because I'm the queen of creating to-do lists, yet when it comes to finishing them, I am nowhere to be found. Step 1 is to organize your to-do list so you can have it all in front of you. So I have a ton of to-do lists, not only in my notebooks, but also on my notes app, on my iPad. I'm all over the place. So the first thing I do is going over all of that and organizing them. Any urgent and small to-do, it doesn't have to be urgent, but I'm just organizing it in a way that in case I can't get done with all small tasks today, I will get done with the urgent ones, the must-do ones. So then I can integrate the remaining not urgent small tasks into my future plan for step 3. As you can see, here I am putting everything into a to-do list There is must do, should do, could do, and if I have time. And I'm just working around here. I'm not putting the big ones, I'm just putting small ones, other than this, I guess, which I'll mostly do the planning and organizing notes part for the big ones. So when I get to work, they are ready. For example, here you can see client future film work, organized notes, which is all over the place. I have a Google Docs notes, like 2 of them. I have notebooks of notes from our meetings and things like that. So I will get to that as well. So whenever I get to that work, it's all ready for me. Editing spring cleaning vlog, I just put it there. I should do it, but I'm obviously not gonna do it today. But I'm gonna make plans to do it. I'm gonna organize the footage, organize the sound and everything. So when I get to it, it's all ready. But here there's more small ones, right? Must do. Email scripty notes. I have to email for one of the sets I worked for. Pay car taxes in Turkey, which I can't do it until it's morning over there. So that has to be done by evening. Amazon returns at Whole Foods. Hopefully I go today and I get done with that, because I'm so tired of holding on to those returns for weeks now. This notes cleanse and this organize all ideas TikTok, YouTube, podcast, this goes hands in hand with also Notion, June expenses and earnings so far, because these 3 I will be doing them all together. When I say notes cleanse, I also have the ideas for TikTok, YouTube, and podcast all over the place in my notes. So they will go hand in hand with each other, and I will be doing all 3 together, which is one of the biggest to-do lists, like items I had to do for so long. But my notes are getting bigger and bigger. My notebook notes are getting bigger and bigger. Like I just finished this entire notebook with all my to-do lists, organizing TikTok ideas, YouTube ideas, podcast ideas, that I started this new notebook. So I have to go through all of that and make sure I get done with these 3 things, because I feel like these seem like they're short and sweet and whatever, but they're gonna take the most time. And I also kept writing could do. If I have time, let's see, the thing is I don't have anything that I should do if I have time, because I should have time to do those things. So that's gonna be challenging, but I'm still working on it. So I have all my to-do lists right here. It took 3 pages of this template I found on Canva, and I wrote it in a way that it's must do, should do, could do, if I have time. Part of this is all empty because I should have time, as I said before. I also have small things like I have to go to the gym today, I have to do Skillshare planning because I really want to get into those courses, online security measurements that I have to do, email cleanse. Yes, my email is getting out of hand. There is a lot of people I didn't respond for a very long time, and it's very unprofessional of me to do that. And then I have to plan the short horror film that I want to write. I also have a sci-fi short film that I have to plan. I also wrote that. I have to revise one of my clients' short films and email her. So let's see if I'm gonna be able to get to that. But again, I'm gonna do it in a way that I get done with small tasks. So like, for example, I have to email script supervising notes to a director. I'm gonna do that. I have to pay car taxes in Turkey. I'll do that in the evening once it's morning in Turkey. Amazon returns at Whole Foods, we have to do it. Okay, there's no other way. I have to cleanse my notes, not clean, cleanse. Organize all ideas, TikTok, YouTube, podcast, Notion, June expenses and earnings so far. Yeah, we have a lot to do. And I'm ready for step 2. Step 2, do the small, urgent tasks. I wanted to stand out for this next process because I really have to get the energy going. So step 2 is doing the small and urgent tasks as soon as I can so I can get done with them very quickly for step 3. This is gonna be a bit of a harsh productivity, but I have to do it if I want to end this day with a fresh mindset. Let's begin. I just got done with the first thing on my list. It took me like 10-12 minutes, thankfully, so I'm just gonna check this box off. I might need another coffee. This is an ADHD thing that I utilize a lot. Right now, my screen is split in the middle, right? On the left side is Notion and the right side is Medium. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get done with 2 tasks. So check 2 tasks off my list at the same time. So do this if you can multitask. If you can't, make sure to focus on just one thing. So I finished writing down my expenses and I'm really happy I started doing that this year in 2024. Seeing all your expenses in front of you. I was overspending a lot in January and I can see a decline in my spending. So I really love budgeting. Notion has this expenses budgeting template already built in. So that's what I use. I put my finances, expenses, earnings, and I also have a reading list for my finances. So I can, make sure I'm doing the right thing and things like that. I really love Notion in that sense. It changed my life. Notion, June expenses, done. Okay, about the Amazon returns, I'm just gonna double check because like I'd rather not pay for Uber. I don't have a car at the moment in California, so I kind of don't want to go back and forth with Uber. Maybe I can do that whenever I'm meeting a friend later in the week. I'm getting very tired. Like, I almost want to say fuck it, but I'm trying not to for you guys. Return by July 9th. Great. This is really good because I might return them in July. You know, if I don't meet anyone until the end of this month, which is not possible. I meet my best friend like all the time, like every week. If she's not working, she's in the camera department. I mention her a lot in my podcast. She pointed that out last week when we were working together, and I was like, oh, that is so true. I do that. Anyways, I really am not trying to make an excuse. Like, going there is gonna cost me $12 back and forth, so that's $24 wasted to return like $30 worth of something. So I think this is more efficient, and I'm just gonna go with the flow with that one. I'm just gonna follow my instincts and go with the flow. Even though it's a very small thing, I'm just gonna reschedule it for later, so I save some money and save some time. Now let's get back to our to-do list. I want to do my notes cleanse and organizing all my ideas on Notion. I don't think I have anything else left in terms of small to do. So let's see if I'm gonna get done with the notes cleanse. Like, I don't know why I keep labeling things as small to do. It is not. Whatever I label as small task is just not small. Like, what am I thinking? It takes me 2 hours, yet I'm just labeling it as a small task. I really need to figure out how long it takes me to finish certain tasks and make sure I plan accordingly, because whenever I plan to do like, oh, I can finish this in 30 minutes, it takes 1.5 hours. So I don't know how to manage that. Like, I am not sure what to do, how to plan that. But let's get to it. So I got done with that 2 final tasks. Let's check it off of our list. I did a lot. I see a lot of check marks here, which makes me very happy. The only ones that don't have check marks are the longer ones. So obviously I'm just a human. As I said in the beginning, I really have to do a better planning in my life so I can finish things in a more loving way instead of doing this harsh productivity. But I feel like I really needed this. I really needed this push to get it done. You know, get done with smaller things that I've been putting off. So it was really helpful. There's still step 3. But it's shorter. So we got this. Step 3 is planning all the remaining tasks. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna keep the to-do list that I already made. I'm just gonna add more longer things in there so it's all together, and I want to keep those check marks on the smaller tasks that I finished today so that I can go back and actually see like, hey, I got done with this, I got done with this. It's almost like a game, right? So instead of making a separate to-do list, I'm gonna stick to the one I made today, and I already have like extra pages on that PDF, so we're just gonna fill in the blanks and get done with that. So thankfully, when I was going through all my notes and managing Notion, I wrote a lot of those to-do list items that I should do in my notes, and I transferred them here. So I just have to put them in order of must do, should do, could do if I have time. Again, I'm not using if I have time because I'm that kind of an Aries. What can we say? We can't say anything else. Like, I have to get done with that. Not if I have time, like I should make time. So I always have this if I have time empty. But that's just me. You can do that if you're like, if you're a single mom or a dad, or I don't know, you don't have to be a parent. You must just have a lot of shit to do. So you might just put it in if I have time. I'm just not doing that. So I'm actually going to quickly go through it and list it all out. Wow, I really cannot believe that this 3-step plan has worked out for me. I'm really happy. I feel exhausted. I really don't want to do anything tomorrow, but I know I have a lot to do, so that's not gonna work out. But I really need a day off, that's for sure. If I did it, you can do it too. I know it's a classic saying, but I really mean it. Motivating and inspiring you is the only reason why I recorded this today, because I wanted to show you that it is possible. You really can get done with things if you push yourself for a day and really try your best to get done. See how many things you can get done in one day. I know this is harsh productivity, and I'm not supporting harsh productivity. I actually love soft productivity, but I feel like sometimes we need these days so we can check ourselves. We can't keep doing soft productivity, at least I can't keep doing soft productivity, because if I do, then I really cannot achieve my goals. I have to make sure I have these types of harsh productivity days so I can get done with as many things as possible in just one day. You can also follow these 3 steps and get shit done. It's that easy. Well, it was really hard, but putting it in 3 steps really helped. Like, first, you have to write them all down. Second, you have to push, which is the hardest step. I really felt drained. It took me 6 hours to finish all that, and I didn't even take a break, other than making myself some coffee and grabbing snacks, right? We need those things. And step 3 is just rearranging your to-do list in a way that you see what you've done and you see your next steps, and hopefully you got shorter things done and you now have longer things that you have to look at. I hope that helps. I also want to say it's really okay to have thousands of to-do lists lying around. The fact that you're not getting done with all the tasks that you have to do doesn't mean you are lazy, okay? Don't label yourself that way. It's just, we are all human, and this life is not meant to be lived in a way that you have to just get shit done, work, right? That's not how we should live, even though that's how it's been for so long. It's okay if you have soft times, soft weeks. Like sometimes during winter, we are lazy because it's almost like we are one with nature, right? We are hibernating. Is that the right word? So it's okay. And just coming out of winter, doing some spring cleaning, and then doing some summer work, right? Summer is a great time to get some work done, in my opinion. That's why I also did this in June, so I can really push myself. If I did this in February, I might have not finished all of this. So what I'm trying to say is be good to yourself. Don't blame yourself for having setbacks. Don't blame yourself for wanting to rest. Sometimes you really need the rest. And sometimes you really need to be a good coach for yourself, and you really have to push yourself, right? It's all about the balance. So I just wanted to make this video to inspire you to have this harsh productivity type of a day, but just one day out of the week, okay? Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy on yourself. And you got this. I hope this was motivating and inspiring for you. Now I'm gonna go read my book, do some coloring to calm down a little bit. Maybe you can hear my voice. I really am tired. And I might play some games. Let's see where the night takes us. But I'm so happy that I get to relax, finally. Thank you for watching this motivational vlog. Please let me know what you think of this format, since this is my first time making a vlog on this channel. As usual, I'll see you on Wednesday on the brand new episode of my podcast, A Screenwriter's Secret Diary. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know if you like these Sunday videos as well as Wednesday podcast episodes. I feel like we found a good rhythm, a good flow on this channel. I'm loving Wednesdays and Sundays. And I hope this video brought you comfort and inspiration. See you next time.